Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have a mod spotlight mashup of sorts where we'll share 3 smaller mods that we recently found on the Nexus. First we have a visual mod by the name of Overflowing Magic. This is a mod that adds new animations to enchanted weapons, with the aim to make the enchantment appear more noticeable and magical. The mod comes with 3 versions depending on how common you want the animations to be in your game. If you really like the effect and want a complete replacer, you'll want the standard version, as it replaces all of the existing enchantment effects. The second version instead makes the effect seem a little more rare, by only putting it on Daedric artifacts as well as some standalone weapons that you'll find in Dragonreach. This way you can just rip the enchantment off of those weapons and place them on your own favourite weapons, or any weapons that you deem worthy. And finally, the last version only adds the standalone weapons as a way to replace the effect on any weapons you choose. And really, that's everything you need to know. The mods in this spotlight are all similar, in that they all come down to personal taste. They're made well and they all work fine, but really it just comes down to the individual player. Nevertheless, small and subtle changes help keep the game interesting nearly 3 years on. The second mod for the spotlight is potentially a setup for a future series of mods. It's called the Real Warmaiden and it aims to make the weapons and armour smithy of Whiterun more unique. The shops around Skyrim are mostly all the same, and they tend to follow the layout of the other buildings in the city. So instead, as you can see on screen now, Warmaidens look slightly more like a properly converted store, instead of a home with a simple storefront. Most of the living area has been cornered off by a gate and a new wall, and there's also much more items on display and in storage behind the counter. So while it's harder to break through the new gate, there's definitely more to loot in the store. We think it works well, and we hope the author expands into the other stores all across Skyrim. The author's actually completed another similar mod called the new Arcadia's Cauldron. The mod comes with similar changes, but this time it's more open but quite dark and mystical, which works well in a magic shop. If there's a good mixture of fully converted stores, as well as some of the more vanilla styled stores that look like partially converted homes, then we think it could turn out to be a great overhaul for Skyrim. And finally, the last mod for the spotlight has actually been shown to you throughout the video. It's the second version of I Can't Believe It's Not an ENB. We covered the first version of the mod in a previous video, and we explained how the author wanted to include a visual overhaul that was similar to an ENB, but without all of the excessive performance loss. If you're interested in how the mod works, then you can click a link down below to watch our first video of the mod. However, if you like how the game looks in the video, then you can also find a link for the mod down below. And that's the end of today's spotlight. As always, be sure to leave endorsements on any mod you enjoy, and thanks for watching.